Stay tuned.
Greetings, my... One moment. Yep, I, got a new room. Pretty cool, right? Okay, I'm just gonna cut to the chase. You clicked on this video because you saw update in the title and are curious as to what I felt was so important enough to warrant an update video. Well, I wanted to better explain in detail my goals, primarily with the discussion videos I've been playing around with since my Peppermint essay, what I've learned from making the ones I have so far, and what I plan to lean into with future ones. After the Peppermint essay, I just kind of dabbled in writing about whatever I wanted to. I made a video defending Lost Solicide from a lot of the hate it got when it came out, mostly fueled out of spite against the gamers slop. I did a tutorial video telling people how to upscale Rumble Roses via emulator into HD. I made videos about Mirror's Edge and Unbeatable, both videos where I got emotional over games that really spoke to me. Hell, I even got a review code for an indie game. But the videos of mine that I'm the most inspired by are the videos about collecting physical music and my recounting of how I make the internet a place again. I really felt like I was conveying my own feelings and perspectives while also sharing helpful tips, sharing my views and passions with people in a way that was constructive rather than destructive. I'm honestly really inspired by creators like Tofioko, a creator I've highlighted before, and his stuff really helped me rethink my life and how I took in and engaged with stuff online. It inspired me heavily to take a similar approach to my own discussion videos, and considering Tofo is also an animator as well, it helped me feel less insecure about making these discussion videos in the first place, as I eventually grew out of the mindset that my channel had to focus on one type of content, and I jumped headfirst in the variety do-what-you-want-to video creation structures akin to how people did things back in the era of 2005 through 2010 on this platform. So I want my discussion videos to lean into stuff akin to the internet as a place or physical music videos, which is also why there's been a focused facelift of some of my aesthetic choices. You probably noticed the bar that shows the background music title is glossier now, and the new logo intro video. Before I get ahead of myself, I feel it's worth mentioning something in particular that I said in my update video last year. First off, no, my persona Wingwolf isn't going anywhere. I'm still planning to use them as my VTubing avatar over on Twitch, and I'm very much committed to that goal of mine. Hopefully.
So that was a fucking lie.
Yeah, so that didn't happen. Hell, I stopped streaming on my main Twitch account altogether a few months after saying that. I mentioned this in a previous video, but I now have a separate persona for VTubing, the rhythm-based superhero Echo Spike. I'll link that account of mine in the description for anyone interested in following my ventures in VTubing. It's been admittedly relaxing to have a separate account focused on VTubing, rather than trying to mix it in with my main content. Which reminds me, new avatar time. This is Metro. They're a dragon, goat, wolf thing. I guess some sort of chimera that will be acting as my avatar in these kinds of videos going forward. I really wanted to lean into that Y2K Windows 7 Dreamcast console menu Fudiger-esque style to really match the vibe of the background and my general asset aesthetics. Basically, after less than a year after I stopped being a furry, I'm back in the fucking building again. The werewolf baddie version of myself is probably going to stick around so people can draw fan art of me with my sister if they're so inclined, like this awesome PSG styled one done by Toa Axum Man. Also because this design is cool as fuck and I'd like to keep it even if I'm going to be using Metro for videos going forward. I'm at a point where you could make a fucking team out of all my various Zonas. The Werewolf, Trapeze, Echo, and now Metro. Speaking of Metro, this is a good time to mention that Metro is named that way because that is also going to be along with the new username, Beat Rush Metro. Admittedly, I hope this facelift will help me further my goals of growing not just as a creator and online personality, but also as a person. I've also changed a lot as a person in the past year, and I really don't identify with my former username. Oh, and I'm going to be going exclusively by they/them pronouns going forward. Just throwing that out there as well because I feel like my identity as a non-binary person is overlooked, and I'd like to put more of an effort to wave that flag of mine with pride. Anyway, now that I've shown y'all Metro, let me give you some of my plans video-wise. At least in terms of discussion videos, because I will repeat once again, my only plan for animation is working tirelessly on the pilot for my show, Curse Blockers. Now, back to the discussion videos. I'm currently writing both a video about Mirror's Edge Catalyst, which yes, I did finally play, and a video about Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, mainly talking about how the game and its titular character helped me come out as a non-binary person, as well as discussing both the positive and negatives I've experienced since coming out. I can't even joke about the Homestuck fan content collab because at this point, that video will probably come out after GTA 6 releases. There's a few videos that, while I'm not writing, I am tossing around the ideas of. I want to make sequels to the physical music video discussing physical game collecting, DVD and Blu-ray collecting, and I've even considered making a video about the benefits of single-use devices such as MP3 players in current year. Speaking of, I'm also interested in making music content. I have FL Studio and I'm beginning to learn guitar, so don't be shocked if I hop in the studio at some point and make it everyone's problem. I'm also considering making a more in-depth Rumble Roses retrospective video, discussing the series as a whole rather than through individual reviews of the two games, which would allow me not only to revisit the duology games, but also dive in discussing the strange world of the franchise, side material like the manga and merchandise. What little there is, obviously. Additionally, I'm even considering a return to making countdown ranking videos, including that all-time low albums ranking idea I mentioned in last year's update video. Finally, I plan to make more of the fashion of videos like the Rouge one I released recently. Currently, my plan is to make a video about the fashion of Tifa Lockhart from Final Fantasy VII, as that's a character I care a lot about, who also has a number of outfits worth discussing. I hope these plans interest anyone watching. My end goal is to be a beacon of not just comfort and comedy, but also one of information and wisdom. For what that is worth, coming from me, of course. I won't pretend like I'm not an emotionally damaged and mentally struggling person, but like all of my creative endeavors, my hope is that what I make can help anyone who struggles in similar ways that I do. Thanks for tuning into this update video, and stay tuned for all that's to come for me on this channel.